This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex watches can cost anywhere from $5,000 to more than $60,000. So understandably, you'd want to spread the cost of your purchase over a more extended period of time. While you may be able to finance your Rolex through a layaway program, personal loan, or other techniques, make sure you can manage any line of credit you take out, including interest and additional charges. When purchasing a Rolex, you may be able to spread the payment out over a period of time rather than paying the entire price at once. A layaway or lease scheme as well as a loan may all be options. If you can't pay off your watch in a short length of time, say 90 days, you'll have to incur interest charges, lease costs, or some other financial expense. Before taking out a loan, use a private loan calculator to get an idea of how much it costs and whether or not you can afford to pay it back. You can also buy a Rolex with a credit card, although this can be a pricey alternative. If you don't get eligible for a low base APR on your credit card, you'll have to pay a lot of interest. For your first financing option, we have number 1, Layaway program. Many purchases can be made more reasonable by setting up a payment plan with a layaway program. After making a deposit, you'll make ongoing payments until the item is fully paid and you can take it home. It is possible to put a Rolex on a layaway for as long as a year or longer. Paying using layaway does not need interest, but you should be prepared to pay a fee for convenience. Also, put in mind that there will be a cost for both the cancellation and return of your order. Due to the lack of credit extension, layaway payments are not recorded to the credit bureaus regardless of how late they are. Layaway plans don't require a credit check, and your credit rating won't be harmed if the layaway plan fails. Layaway payments are non-refundable. However, only up to a specific portion may be refunded if you cancel the arrangement. If you can afford to cover the watch in cash throughout time and don't mind waiting for it to arrive, a Rolex layaway program may be an intelligent option. If you have a less than perfect credit rating and would otherwise be unable to secure a loan, this may be an alternative for you. Second, progressive leasing. Even if your credit isn't fantastic, you may use this program to lease a Rolex. Even though you won't actually own the timepiece until a certain amount of payments have been made, you can take it home with you immediately. Although you won't be charged interest, lease fees must be paid. Exactly how much progressive leasing fees for its lease-to-own program are unknown. However, by paying for your watch in full in 3 months rather than 12, you may be able to avoid extremely high leasing rates entirely with an early buyback option. Your credit report may be pulled throughout the application process, even if you are applying for a leasing program with no prior credit history. Is it a good idea to participate in a leasing program? If you have low credit and want to buy a Rolex, another option is to use a lease scheme. To avoid paying more than the watch is worth, you'll need to take advantage of the watch's early buyback option. Even if you have a buyout option, you may not have adequate time to settle off a luxurious item if it's 90 days or fewer. Find out your leasing fees before signing up for a lease-to-own program. Affirm a loan for our third option. Several watch merchants use Affirm, a San Francisco-based point-of-sale finance company, for their financing needs. Financing is common between 3 and 12 months and up to 48 months for significant purchases. Rates range from 0% to 30% as of September 16, 2021, and were determined by your creditworthiness and the product you selected. In comparison to a credit card, Affirm doesn't charge interest or fees, making it a more cost-effective financing solution. You can apply for a mortgage ahead of time and have the accepted amount placed onto a virtual Visa card instead of funding your purchase at checkout. You can then make purchases with this one-time use card at nearly any retailer that accepts Visa. To be eligible, you must purchase your Rolex from a retailer who takes the Affirm virtual Visa card or provides Affirm financing at checkout. For each seller, the eligibility criteria and the interest rates are different. On the other hand, Affirm is an uninsured loan, so you may expect it to be more difficult to qualify for than a secured loan like a car loan. Affirm will examine your credit score, the rate of interest the vendor is offering, and your payment record with Affirm before approving your loan. Affirm loans are an excellent option for certain people, but not for everyone. If the merchant you're purchasing offers this kind of financing, it can be a helpful alternative at checkout. Your credit history should be strong enough to qualify for a low interest rate. or else you may end up paying more for the watch than it's actually worth. Fourth is credit card. Because a credit card is an open-ended account, you can charge as much money to it as you like. You can make extra transactions to your card while paying your amount. APRs on current accounts on average are 19.47% according to LendingTree data, making credit cards the most expensive form of credit as of September 16, 2021. The majority of credit cards come with variable interest rates that fluctuate with the market, except for those issued by credit unions which offer fixed-rate cards. If you don't pay off your credit card bill in full each month, you'll end up having to pay a lot more in interest over time. A credit card with the 0% APR introductory period can help you finance a Rolex if you have a good credit score. You can avoid accruing interest by settling your bill in a predetermined amount of time, such as 12 to 18 months. Pay interest on any outstanding balances at an APR that is higher than the initial APR. The higher your credit score and the more money you make, the lower your interest rate and credit limit will be on the credit card offers you receive. Fair credit may still allow you to apply for some sorts of credit cards, but your interest rate will be significantly higher, and you'll have a hard time getting any promotional low APR deals to entice you to sign up. In most cases, you may register for a credit card online, where you'll be asked for information such as confirmation of identity, employment, and the amount you pay each month for other debts such as a loan or a mortgage. Credit cards aren't always the best option. If you have a strong credit, qualify for a low introductory APR deal and can pay off the cost of your watch in a short time, using a credit card for Rolex financing might be a viable option. Deferred interest, on the other hand, should be avoided. When it comes to paying off your debt before the deal ends, remember that you will be paid interest on any remaining balance that is not paid in full. Lastly is personal loan. Your monthly payments will be predictable thanks to personal loans, which come with set interest rates and terms. A collateralized loan such as a car is not required to qualify for one of these loans, which are frequently unsecured. Personal loans that are backed by collateral may also be available. Loan amounts might range from $1,000 to $50,000 or more, and the money can be utilized for a wide range of objectives, including significant purchases, emergency costs, or paying off previous debt. An origination cost of 1% to 8% of the loan amount is usual for unsecured personal loans, and these fees can vary widely. The terms of personal loans can vary widely, so it's a good idea to shop around and see what's available. Lenders will scrutinize your credit score, income, and other debts when approving personal loans, which don't require collateral. Sometimes a soft credit check can be used to pre-qualify you for a loan. By doing this, you may see what kind of terms you might get if you submit a formal application. You may still be eligible for a loan even if you have fair or low credit, especially if you have a co-signer to help you secure the loan. If you apply for a secured personal loan, you may be able to borrow more money. However, you must be comfortable with the thought of putting up something that is of value as security for the loan. If you can't pay back a secured loan, the lender can take what you put up as collateral. Is a personal loan the best financial solution for you? If you have a strong credit and can get a low interest rate on a personal loan, you may want to consider purchasing a Rolex. You may pay significantly as much for the timepiece as it's worth if you have less than ideal credit. Saving money by buying a used Rolex. Buying a pre-owned Rolex can be a simple method to lower the cost of this large purchase. The cost of a pre-owned Rolex watch might be significantly less than that of a brand new one. Online searches are the quickest and easiest way to locate a pre-owned Rolex. Pre-owned Rolexes may be found for as little as $3,500 at many jewelry stores like Jared and Tourneau, and you may even be able to discover a model for less. Crown & Caliber, an online-only retailer, also carries pre-owned Rolexes. Becker Time, an online vendor of second-hand Rolexes, offers financing through Affirm for up to 3 years. Financing may also be available. Determine whether or not you can pay back any loans you take out before making a significant buy like a Rolex or anything else. There you have your luxury watch video for today. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel. Please forward this video to someone if you believe we have been helpful. You can express your gratitude for the dedication and effort we all put into making this film with just one share. This is the luxury world, and we'll see you next time.